everyone. I wanted to take some time today to talk a little bit about cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT for short. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a leading therapeutic modality for anxiety, depression, and addictive behaviors. This is because it takes a problem or a trigger and helps us to really break it down so we can make changes before acting. When I work with folks, a lot of times they report going from 0 to 100 and that they feel a loss of control over their actions, or they'll say, I don't know what happened, I just started gambling, when really there's such a process that goes on in the background that cognitive behavioral therapy helps us to become aware of. And with practicing CBT, it helps us to then notice a thought and give us more power and control over acting upon it. So CBT is the belief that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all connected. So like I said, some folks will have a thought to gamble and then start gambling. And so what we want to do is create awareness surrounding something that's triggering this. It could be free time, it could be payday, it could be some anxiety or boredom that someone's feeling. And so when we are aware of the problem or the trigger, we then try to connect with our thinking. So are these thoughts that we're having influencing a behavior that we're trying to change? And then when we're aware of the thoughts, we understand how the thoughts make us feel. So if somebody with a problem with gambling says, it's payday today, I'm thinking of gambling, I'm in the hole and I need to chase my losses, I have a chance to make the money back. That's a pretty loaded thought. So when we break it down, a lot of the times a person feels shame. Shame is what usually drives addiction, and a person may also feel excitement because gambling is a very exciting activity. It produces a lot of dopamine. And so when we break it down, a person can then understand, not only am I thinking this, but it makes me feel this way. And there's a lot of discomfort. There's also some comfort associated with gambling because it's an escape and a way out. And so if a person is saying, I'm trying to make changes with gambling, I don't want to feel the shame anymore, I don't want to lose any more money, sometimes that discomfort is important to sit in, as it won't influence a person to gamble. So that's why we really want to sit in our thoughts and feelings, understand them, so we have more movement to make change. If we're just thinking, it's Friday, it's payday, I have a problem with gambling, but I'm going to do it, then there's like excitement there, anticipation. And when we feel that, we're more likely to hook into gambling. And sometimes when we have conflicting thoughts, that can be important to sit with. Is somebody may be in awareness that they have a problem, but feel like there's no chance of, recouping the debt that they've put into the system, or there's no chance in repairing a relationship. And so sometimes feeling that depression, that grief, that loss, it doesn't necessarily mean someone's going to gamble, but if they can sit with that and say, wait a second, I do have the opportunity to repair. I can work on myself and work towards like a healthier way of living. We can build a little bit of hope and determination to not gambling. So CBT, it's a modality. Oftentimes it's important to work with a therapist on it, but it will help you to recognize triggers, problems ahead of you, and as they occur, the thoughts that come with it, the feelings that stick, and then the behaviors, which we ultimately want to shift the behaviors that we hook into. And so that's kind of the process of CBT. That's all for now.